So, I've been in the woods of Pennsylvania for the month of June, you know, enjoying nature and shit. And I've been grinding this little side hustle that has actually been pretty lucrative for me. I was able to pocket an extra 5K this month with about 1 hour a day of work. And it's called Plus EV betting. To be honest, when I first heard of it from a random ass YouTube video like you probably are now, I thought it was a scam, but man, I went down the Plus EB rabbit hole and ended up proving myself wrong. It turns out that there's an entire underground community of gamblers known as sharps that take advantage of sportsbooks' mispriced odds, bonuses, and other legally exploitable discrepancies. It's sort of like scalping a trading market, but a lot simpler. The truth is that 99% of sports bettors are recreational gamblers, and we all know what that leads to, but the way that sharps approach this discipline is purely a game of math and data. I don't want to overwhelm you with all the math right now. I'll do that later if you want to learn how I do it, and don't get me wrong, it is simple once you educate yourself, but it is not easy, since it does require consistency day after day if you want to maximize your results, therefore requiring a proper routine. So, I have this goal in mind. I'm curious to see if my initial profit, along with its continued growth, is able to sustain a digital nomad kind of lifestyle both inside and outside of the US. The thing about Plus EV betting is that your profits will fluctuate from month to month due to the nature of variance, so being able to rely on it 100% for a main source of income isn't too smart unless you have some savings on the side, but hey, I'm up for the challenge. I'm insanely curious how betting offshore books will go. So, as part of this YouTube series, I'll be documenting my progress and the places I travel to. So, go ahead and subscribe and let's grow this fucking channel, baby. So, for the month of June, my daily routine looked like something along the lines of this. I wake up around 9 in the morning. Yeah, I go to bed pretty late. Lately, I've let the nights be the time where I practice guitar. I've been learning this song that I hope to feature on a later video. I used to check my phone as soon as I opened my eyes, and I would get lost in the endless loop of social media. Not only was this programming my brain for the dangers of instant gratification, but I would find myself losing focus throughout the day, impulsively checking my phone. Thankfully, I've broken out of this terrible habit, which took me some time. We should be starting our day in our own lives, not somebody else's. I don't really make my bed, I just kind of fold my blankets, so yeah, that's that. Let me know if you also do this. I can't be the only one. What the? I then grab some delicious water and head out for a walk with my dog, Sapphire. Being in the woods and going on these morning walks have been low-key incredible. Breathing in that pure oxygen and properly waking my body up sets me up for my morning routine. So by now, I have deprived my brain from enough digital dopamine for it to naturally crave being in a relaxed, wakeful state where critical thinking, problem solving, focus, creativity faces less resistance. So this is when I strategically start my first time block of Plus EV betting. My goal during this time block is simple. Get as much volume spread out as I can with a mathematical edge in my favor. Making my calculations and navigating the different platforms becomes second nature. Time seems to disappear, and what used to take me 2 hours now only takes 30 minutes. Once my first time block of focus is over, is when I will typically check my phone, respond to any messages, and resist getting stuck in the loop. This is when I shift my energy into the mind, body, and spirit. EV betting can become highly addictive once you learn the math behind it and learn to use the different tools. You really want to be doing it 24/7 the moment you start seeing results, and especially with so many success stories. But as we all know, anything done to an extreme isn't really that good for us, especially if we start disregarding the most important asset in our lives, ourselves. I've been practicing the Wim Hof method on and off for the last 3 years, and I can honestly say that I can feel the difference when I do it and when I don't. For those that practice the Wim Hof method, know what I'm talking about. But to briefly explain what it is, it's a combination of specific breathing techniques, cold exposure, mindset training, developed by the incredible Dutch athlete Wim Hof. The breathing exercises involve taking deep, rhythmic breaths followed by a moment of breath retention. This technique oxygenates the body, increases energy levels, boosts our immune system, and promotes mental clarity. Not only do you naturally start tripping balls after 7 rounds or so, but you realize that you can hold your breath for more than 2 minutes without any oxygen in your lungs. That's some biohacking shit right there. We are capable of far more than we think. After the breathing exercises, I read and journal for about 15 to 20 minutes. I actually never journaled in my life up until this year, but the power of it was a constant topic across the different self-help books and videos that I enjoy consuming. There aren't really any rules. I kind of just have an honest conversation with myself, checking in on my goals, how I'm honestly doing, and actually it has worked. I always wanted to pursue YouTube. Fucking finally. Anyways, by chain linking these habits, we create something called a habit stack, which can actually be both for good or bad habits. Either one good decision leads to the next, or one bad decision leads to the next. This becomes autopilot with enough repetitions, so choose wisely. After reading and journaling, I exercise my body, which lately has been a routine of basic calisthenics. I do 3 rounds of 33 push-ups and 33 body squats. That's it. It only takes me about 10 to 15 minutes. It snaps me out of the excuse that I need a gym to work out, because there will always be a floor and our body weight. So, no excuses, papi. Cold exposure is also part of the Wim Hof method, and it can be as simple as taking a cold shower, or if you want to be hardcore about it, you can take an ice bath, which I actually never have yet. There's something about diving headfirst into discomfort. If you work from home, you probably know the feeling of just chilling in sweatpants. Although it is comfy, I find that dressing like I'm heading out to do something helps shift my mind from chill mode into work mode. So this is around the time where I will have my first meal, so depending on the time, I will either cook myself some breakfast or some bomb-ass Spanish food. Yes, I actually like to cook. So after I devoured that delicious meal, I go into my next time block of plus EV betting. It takes me about 3 minutes to get back into that flow state. I remove all distractions once again, and my full attention goes to what I'm doing. My goal is the same as the morning. Get as much volume spread out as I can. By now, a lot of the betting lines have moved, so I'm able to find new price discrepancies to take advantage of. So if any of this sounds alien to you and you want to learn how I personally approach EV betting, I'm currently working on a masterclass that I will be giving away for absolutely free to anyone that supports the growth of this channel through Patreon, or to anyone that signs up for OddsJam with my link. OddsJam is the software that you've been seeing in these clips. In this masterclass slash course, I'll be teaching you the mathematical foundation that you'll need. Trust me, it's not that complicated. I'll also be teaching you how I personally utilize the different tools within the OddsJam ecosystem in order to make plus EV sports betting an extra or main source of income in your life. I'll also be opening up a private Discord to anyone that enrolls in this free masterclass that we're not only going to be discussing EV sports betting, but also other important topics in our lives, such as self-help, passions, productivity, any other online/offline side hustles, and other interesting topics with like-minded individuals. So we'll be checking in on our progress and growing a community together. My goal is to complete this masterclass by the end of August. I'm putting in the effort to make it dynamic, entertaining, and easy to understand. Whether you're a complete beginner who has never placed a bet, which would honestly be even better, or a part of the 99% of people who actually treat this as a hobby and end up losing, I'm creating this for you in a manner of how I would have loved to be exposed to the different terms of this practice. Paying for picks or for plays, that's all bullshit. This is a game of math and data. I'll be teaching you my bankroll building strategy by properly taking advantage of all of these sportsbook sign-up offers, and you can build your bankroll anywhere from 3 to 10K. I'll also be teaching you how to calculate your expected value, staking size, using all of the tools within the OddsJam ecosystem. So just sign up for OddsJam with the link in the description for a free trial, and I'll give you access to the free masterclass once it comes out. And you'll get a 7-day free trial, a 90-day money-back guarantee, and make sure to use the code right here on the screen for 35% of your subscription for the rest of your life. And that's pretty much my morning routine. Of course, it doesn't always follow the exact same order. Life isn't supposed to be a do this and do that all of the time, well, at least for me, but having this structure to follow definitely gives me a boost to get shit done. Improves my focus throughout my day instead of just doing my work at random times. Of course, there are days where I'm feeling unmotivated to follow it, so yes, I do slack off, which is completely fine. We're human and not machines, but I always try my best to get back on track the day after. So now that we've established a routine to help put our mind in a relaxed, focused state, how much money can we actually make sports betting? Let's go over June's performance week by week. I'm not really sure why we're outside for this, but we're outside. So this app right here is called Pick It. It's a verified bet tracker. It syncs with all of your sportsbooks. So you log in right here and it'll sync all of your data. You can't really be altered with. So this is all legit information, which is why I wanted to show you from this app. If we check, our history for the month of June, so July, we're up $400. It's not over yet. But in the month of June, it's, we made $4,000 with a 6.5% ROI. Pause there for a second. We're gonna go over some numbers now, so hopefully this won't confuse you too much. This 6.53% ROI stands for the return in the volume invested, not the percentage of growth of our bankroll. The growth of our bankroll is plus 4K, which in this case is 39% based on a 10K bankroll. As you can see, the record is 396 won, 431 lost, and 42 pushed. Pushed here meaning bets that didn't win or lose. So our record for June was across 869 bets, which totaled a volume of $60,070. So 6.53% of 60,070 is 3.9K. So if our bankroll was 10K, this means we were able to risk our entire bankroll a total of 6 times across 869 different outcomes, all with a positive expected value favoring us. So with only a 46% win rate, we were able to profit this month. And we'll go over the math of plus EV shortly so you can also understand it. So yeah, let's check how it went day by day. So you'll have days where you will lose. So this is based on a $10,000 bankroll. So this day right here, the worst day, we lost 1.6K. The best day, which was the 27th, we made 1.2K. And the days will vary. You're not really going to expect to come out in profit at the end of the day, because how positive EV betting works is it's volume based. You have to place a lot of bets with an edge in your favor, like we went over. But I wanted to show you my calendar here. If you want to take a screenshotted look at how every day it performs, you'll see that at the end of the month is how you actually measure your performance. So the first, we placed 9 bets, the second 25 bets, 15 bets, 36 bets. We're betting an average of 25, 40 bets a day, 30 bets here on the 6th. On the 8th, 29 bets. So you could check all of these numbers here: 32 bets, 24 bets. So this is all based on volume, and that's strictly from the plus EV betting. We made 4K, and from the sign-up bonuses we made another grand. So yeah, that's in Pennsylvania. Oh shit, I'm still recording. Since this was my first time betting in Pennsylvania, I was able to take advantage of free money. Yes, literally free cash, by taking advantage of all the books here's sign-up welcome offers. If you know what you're doing, you can convert this into free cash. And yes, I do teach my personal method in the masterclass. There's actually something pretty broken with this, is that you can collect these sign-up offers in most books from state to state. The reason this is so lucrative right now is because the sports betting industry is so new to the US. We are actually still on the tail end of what's to come to the country in the next decade. It's actually pretty similar to the cannabis industry. It's not fully legal statewide. So thanks to this, sportsbooks are in competition with each other, trying to reel new customers in. Unfortunately, like I said, 99% of recreational gamblers won't really know what they're doing, and they're gonna end up losing because they don't know the mathematical foundation they need and the proper software and tools they're gonna have to learn to use to actually profit in sports betting long term. And like I said, never pay anybody for picks. Learn to do this yourself. So I've actually done the sign-up offers in Colorado, Arizona, New Jersey, and now Pennsylvania. And I've been able to collect a free 5K that has actually helped me build my initial bankroll to bet with. Once again, I'll be teaching you my approach to this in the masterclass I'm currently working on. So what exactly is plus EV? There are only 3 forms of gambling where you can actually have a mathematical edge in your favor. So that's in poker, in blackjack, learning how to count cards like in the movie 21, or in sports betting. They all tie into the mathematical concept of positive expected value. So this is usually explained with the analogy of a coin flip. Let me ask you this first. What are the odds of a coin flip? 50-50, right? So if we are betting on the outcome for the coin to land on either heads or tails, it wouldn't really matter which side we bet on. We have an equal probability for it to land on either side. Now, let's say that you have some delicious information and you know that the coin flip is actually weighted 55-45. 55% of the weight is towards heads and 45% is towards tails. Now, let me ask you again. Which side will you bet on? Obviously, you will choose heads, and even though there is an edge in your favor by choosing heads, you can still lose that one bet. Now, if you run that same weighted coin simulation with 10,000 coin flips and you always bet on heads, you are guaranteed by the magical laws of mathematics and physics to come out in profit. Hence, by betting on heads every time, we have a positive expected value. If you didn't grasp that, rewind 10 seconds and watch that again, because that is absolutely the most important concept and the only thing you actually really need to understand to begin to understand how profitable sports betting actually works. So the key word here is positive expected value and not positive right now value. The value. Our profits comes later. It comes at the end of a betting season once we surpass all of the positive and negative variations of that coin flip analogy. Remember, you can flip the coin once and get heads, but if you flip it 10,000 times with the edge in your favor, you're going to come out in profit. And that is going to be the problem that most beginner EV bettors will encounter. Your profits don't come right now. You're not going to be paid bi-weekly. So if you're thinking of becoming a sharp, instilling this mentality right now, which is literally backed by math, you will realize that weekly results shouldn't matter that much. Our goal is simply to get down as much volume as we can right now, right? Flip that coin 10,000 times. So in a nutshell, EV betting is simply just that. Finding mispriced odds within the many sportsbooks, utilizing software, utilizing math to profit long term. There are people like Tony Bloom or Bill Benter that have utilized the concept of positive expected value to make hundreds of millions of dollars. Obviously, that's in direct correlation with massive bankrolls, unlike the average sharp whose bankroll will range anywhere from maybe 1k to 20k, and that can range you a profit margin of around 10k to 100k in a year. Yeah, like I said, there's an underground community that does this. You just won't really find them on social media living some sort of flashy lifestyle or some weird fucking cringy shit like that. You have to dig deep. I have actually interviewed a handful, so feel free to go check them out on my channel if you want to hear some real sharps and what their thoughts are and what they do with this amazing practice. To be honest, once I understood all of the math and what I needed to do, I actually still thought that it wasn't gonna work, because I've failed so many times with some fucking random online business ventures that we all kind of like surf out and learn, but this shit actually works and it continues to work. This is just mathematics of probabilities. At the end of the day, that's all it is. You're gonna come out and profit if you do this correctly and you simply learn to use the tools and don't stray away from that. It does work, it continues to work. There's mad people making a lot of money with this, and I just really want to share this with all of you because I found it to have a positive impact in my life, and it gets me also it also gets me in that state of, you know, having a disciplined practice, sitting down here every day, timing myself. It actually becomes sort of like a focus therapy where I'm just in that so immersed in that practice, surfing the books, calculating, that it just sets me up to have a better day when I'm done with this. So yeah. Now, throughout the month of July, I've continued all the habits that I've been building, and they actually are becoming a little bit more autopilot now. And it has actually made me pursue this, make this video, like have fun with it. Hopefully it wasn't too fucking cringy when I was doing those random ass recordings. Thank you for coming and being and watching all the way till the end. I actually really do appreciate it. And if you become a Patreon or sign up for OddsJam, you're just simply there enjoying this and you want to share this or just here for the view, the like, the comment, whatever, thank you for real. Like, this is really fun. It was really fun. This was a really fun project, and I don't really plan on ever stopping. And by the way, next month we're gonna be going to Tulum, Mexico, to see how far we can take this, see how it goes betting the offshore books there, and see how we are gonna adapt like this routine that we have going on somewhere else, you know, traveling and, you know, recording. And by the way, like, the Airbnb only costs like $22 a day, and it's amazing. You're gonna see in the next couple of videos. So yeah, stay tuned for that. Like, comment, subscribe, all that shit. Peace. Honestly, I tried to record this video like 50,000 times, so I'm still gonna upload it anyways, so I hope it came out good. I don't fucking know.